Hello. Do not be alarmed. You are safe and secure. Respond. Translation device. Functional. Step 1 of foreign species investigation complete. I apologize if my earlier speech seemed stilted or slow. Given more time speaking your language, the translator function should improve. The rest of your crew is unharmed. Do not be concerned for their well-being. This is a first. An individual of another species is initiating contact with mine. You are soft, squishy, odd. Is the texture of my flesh too rough for you? Good. Then I will continue my inspection. I suppose you are owed an explanation. You and your crew performed some form of landing operation on my planet's surface, following standard protocol. When an unknown species of unknown origin arrives on our planet, we lock on to the interlopers with a unique teleportation system and immediately quarantine them. Your time spent locked up alone. That was the quarantine period. Your communication with your other crewmates in the other cells was very useful in the development of our translation database of your language. This quarantine procedure is to ensure there is no risk of foreign microorganisms causing harm. External scans have been performed. I am able to touch you now because I know that there is nothing inherent to your body that could cause me harm. And so, step 2 of the introductory process to new species arriving on our planet is an introduction and formal interview using the new translation, as well as a full physiological exam. I am a doctor, a xenobiologist, I suppose you could call me in your language. External scans seem to suggest that you are a carbon-based life form, composed in large part of water. Is that correct? Most, but not all, species and forms of life are carbon-based. You appear to have 4 limbs, is that correct? Yes. Would you mind standing and traveling around the room? What are my intentions? You're not very trusting, are you? My intentions are to study and to understand the new visitors to my home world, and to learn your intentions. You are an alien, a foreigner, from an unknown place. It is my responsibility to ensure that you do not intend us harm, and that your presence in biology will not cause harm inadvertently. Now then, please stand and walk around the room. Good. That's very good. Is this your species' typical form of locomotion? It is. So then, you are bipeds. The 2 upper limbs are those used for interfacing with the world, grabbing things, moving things, manipulating things. You swing them at your side. For balance, perhaps? Like my species uses our tails. Interesting. This is your face, yes? That is the correct word. It appears to have several orifices, as well as... Interesting. There's a pair of unusual apparatus on your face. They appear to have lenses that channel light. So then, your species is capable of sight. What is the spectrum of color that you're capable of perceiving? You couldn't say off the top of your head. Then tests will be performed. For now, let's continue a sensory examination. Clearly, you can see me. Are you capable of tactile sensation? The touch of my tentacles? How do they feel? Warm, capable of sensing temperature then, and rough. An accurate description. like wood. I'm unfamiliar with this. Explain. Wood is a material that comes from trees, and trees are a form of plant life. For clarification's sake, as many species categorize various species in different ways, define plant for me. Interesting. They sustain themselves via photosynthesis, as well as nutrients in the ground. That is familiar. I do not know if we have plants as you describe them. Perhaps you would categorize some of the life on this world as plant. But am I a plant to you? I am capable of locomotion and speech. We're clearly of comparable intelligence and understanding. We are both social creatures. And yet, I am composed of this material you call wood, or something similar to it. I have broad, flat protrusions that are green, filled with chlorophyll, which I use to photosynthesize. This planet's star is bright, powerful, provides lots of energy, seemingly more than yours. Very interesting. Continuing. Let's test your auditory functions, shall we? The test is very simple. With those eyes of yours covered, tell me where this sound is coming from. Again. You're pointing. Noted. Many species point to indicate direction, but there are many others for whom it is not natural or innate to do so. Information can be conveyed in many ways. Yours is far from the first extrastellar species my kind has encountered. Just the first to make first contact of your own accord. Again, point. Good. Again. point. Again. Again. I'll test your range of pitch soon. For now, let's focus on volume. I would like you to repeat the words that I am saying back to me. I am going to be speaking very softly at a very low volume. As I do so, continue to repeat my words back to me. Is that understood? Good. I'm going to continue speaking. Repeat my words back to me once again. You are very strange, but it is very nice to meet you. Don't respond, repeat. That defeats the purpose of the test. I hope that our species can have a positive relationship going forwards. I apologize for any distress that your sudden confinement may have caused, but the introduction of foreign pathogens into our ecosystems is not one that I am willing to accept. Continue to listen to what I say and say it back to me. You are doing very well, traveler. Very soon I will begin to ask you additional questions on your point of origin and your reason for coming here. And I will explain the exact nature of my species' relationship with the broader cosmos and the rules we expect you to abide by. They are rules that we also abide by. So, do not think that we are singling you out or treating you especially poorly. This is for your own good and for the good of all. Capable of hearing relatively low volumes. Can you describe the exact function of your auditory organs? How exactly it is that you perceive sound? I see. So you have something called an eardrum, a thin membrane within both of your ears. Which vibrates when struck by sound waves. And those vibrations are interpreted as sound. Very interesting indeed. All right. What are your other senses? Scent. I see. In that case, describe the scent of the objects in this container for me. You're likening it to other scents that I'm afraid I'm not familiar with. But it's clearly making an impression on you. It's good enough. You have a sense of taste as well. And taste is connected to your sense of smell, but stronger and more precise, specifically when applied to things inside your mouth. Interesting. Well, in that case, if you would please open your mouth. I will just be inserting this. It's a scanner, as well as a sampling device. You would be surprised, but not every species has a sense of taste. It's part of how your body decides what is food. Interesting. Many other species would accomplish the same task solely via smell or sound or sight. Perhaps I find it so interesting because my species does not eat. You're not the first species I've encountered that has a sense of taste, but most around here do not. And it intrigues me. There. Initial sensory inspection is complete. The quarantine will be lifted soon. You will be allowed to wander the immediate area, although you will still remain within this facility until more communication occurs. Broadly speaking, I and the majority of my species oppose colonial efforts by any species, whether our own or another. Visiting another world is fine. Wishing individually to live there is fine. Coordinating, communicating, and allying with other species is a wonderful thing. But historically, colonial efforts, even to planets on which life has not clearly developed sapience, which is something it's very difficult to be sure of, to be clear. Even on those planets, colonial development usually results in destabilizing of ecosystems and natural harm. You came here because you believed this planet could support life, yes? You're welcome to stay, but your people should know, humanity should know it's not yours. It's already occupied. There are plenty of occupied planets out there. If you truly do wish to expand to other worlds, which I can't fault you for, we would gladly assist you in developing planets that are not currently inhabitable. It's a lengthy process, but achievable. One that we have experience with as a species. Am I touchy? Odd word. My species has most of the same senses you do, excepting taste. But our sense of touch is fundamentally the most sensitive. It provides the most information to us. So, we tend to feel our way around and grasp things that we wish to understand. If it's considered rude by your culture, I hope you can forgive me. Well, thank you for your understanding. You are very interesting. Such odd shapes and contours. And so soft. I look forward to studying you further. And if you or any of your crew are scientifically inclined, I can't speak for the others, but I would be glad to allow you to study me in turn. All right then, Terran. I look forward to our continued collaboration.